Alright guys, welcome back to Choose Your Own Path. So today, what the hell are we doing? Well, we'd like to start making some more wood projects because having a little issues with our 3D printer. Nothing major, just, you know what, it's nice out. There's my better excuse for it. So let me just show you what I'm doing here. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming along. We are going to try something different today. We're going to go back to the basics. We're doing some woodworking. So feeling a bit better today. It's kind of going to get really warm out, so we got to be careful. You know, just go thicker. Don't want to be overexhausting ourselves. And what we're going to do today is a Norse birdhouse. So technically something Norwegian, I guess that's what they're looking for. You know, face, emblems, maybe a couple of ravens. People, you know, the guy ordered, he wanted something different. He showed me a picture. We'll sort of incorporate what they have in there. First thing we're going to do is we got ourselves a log. So this has been seasoned, as in it's been cut a long time ago, which is good. It's got some cracking. It's got a big slit right here, which is fine, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to get, I'll probably get my boys to help me, but I'm going to cut about this much. I'm going to cut it off, and I'm going to leave that as a topper. We're going to hollow as much as we can inside. We're going to do our design, you know, maybe like a, you know, a Viking's face or Norwegian face, whatever. Then the mouth open so the birds can go in. Designs all around it. Go from there. I'll have it cleaned up. I'll take you on for the ride for all the stuff that I can do video, you know, showing. Some of them I won't. Some of them I will. We'll do our best. All right, stay tuned. All right, so the first thing I'm going to show you guys is what I'm going to do. So I'll bring it down. So I took my piece of wood and I want to level it. So we're gonna cut just this little knob off. So we'll try to keep that as flat and level as we can. And then what we're gonna do is we're taking just a file, a rasp, and I just want to get all the little cruddy stuff out that I can, like just the little nickings. We'll do a better cleanup job with, say, maybe with our sander after and everything like that, but we want to do that. Then what we're going to plan on doing is we want to hollow out the inside. How are we going to hollow out the inside? Like I don't have anything to drill. What we're going to do, we're going to go to that big crack that we have here. And what we're actually going to do is we are going to split it in half. All right? So we're going to cut it right down the center, right where it's split. Take these two parts, we're going to open them up. We're going to grab our tool that we use, Arbor Tech, with a really aggressive wheel. And once these are split open, we can hollow out the whole thing. Once that's done, we'll, you know, we can glue it back together. It'll be hollowed, we'll glue it back together, and then we can start carving out our designs on top. This way we have a hollowed out piece, it'll be level. We could do some sort of hinge kind of thing. Now, people who really love their birdhouses, you know what, they want to make sure that the birds are safe and stuff like that. So you can have that open to make sure there's nothing going wrong. If anything happens inside, you know, you can help it out, whatever, just so there's access to the inside. All right, so we're having our coffee. And we're just going to, I'll show you a bit of it, I guess. Just taking the rasp side, the aggressive side, and in case there's just like any kind of, you know, stones or sand inside here, mud, whatever, just trying to dig that out. We'll sand it out better later. Like I said, we want a nice surface to carve on. Not an issue. Plus it takes out all the dead, you can see all the dead parts of the tree. That will basically be taken off a lot easier. And then again, with a sander, it'll work. And we got a little bit of chunk here. I have to cut that out. I'll get my knife out, and go from there. So let me get this all set up and we'll come. All right, so unfortunately, my son, you know, loves sleep in, so I do things on my own. I took a hatchet, and a sledge, and I split it in half myself. Fuck, I'm sweating. That's okay. So, cut it in half, pull it apart, And then we could also just sort of dig out the inside of this, so when it goes together, it'll be hollow. All right, let me get that. All right, so with the Arbor Tech, what we did was we just cut a bunch of, slits in here like that. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go get our chisel. Dad's chisel set when he was alive. I was fortunate to get it. It's a little dull, but that's okay. So now all we want to do is get in here and start popping these guys out, and then we could do it again. Once we get to a certain depth that we're happy with, then we'll come back and we'll grab this guy. This is also a cut-saw disc. This will go in there and just basically round it out for us. All right, let's get that set up. So here we're continuing on with our carving. So we hollowed it out, and then we glued it back together, and then we used the same sawdust with some glue to fill up the cracks and stuff like that. We still got a little bit more filling to do here. It kind of fell out, I guess, whatever, or we'll just sand it in. Either way, it doesn't matter. And then we're sanding it down. We started off with an 80 grit. We're going to keep on going. We're not going to go too crazy on the sanding. Reason why is we got to cut into it anyway. So we have to, when we carve, it's not going to end up being pretty, right away anyway. So you sand between your carvings and everything. So, what's up, kitty? What are you doing? All right, guys. So, continuing with our birdhouse kind of build. You know what? Again, I forgot to record stuff. I was just so busy doing it. And then I went, oh crap, I wanted to show you guys. So anyway, let's just get to it. Obviously we're using our cut-saw burrs. We got a whack full of them there somewhere. Yeah, for some reason these are mixed up. Anyway, but we're using them. We promote them. We love the tools. Like usual, like we say, just I'll put up a link to show you, and then you can just go check them out yourself. But this is what we got going on so far. We got the Odins face, the all-seeing eye. What we're going to do is we keep on trimming this out so that the birds can go in. We're just going to make it a bit bigger. Just makes it easier. We're working on the snakes right now on top of his head. Some of the lines, we'll clean those up. You got the little ear here stuff. Then we got to figure out we're going to do some stuff in the back, and then we'll be done. And burn it and whatever. Alright. It's kind of gloomy out, so we're going to work in here for a little bit today. Alright guys, see you in a bit. So I'm going to take you a bit on what I'm doing. And so this is the cut-saw rasp that I'm using, file rasp. It's more of a rasp. It's very, very coarse. And what I like to do is basically keep everything level, except for, see, the nose is flat and then it kind of sinks in. So what we're trying to do is get a little bit more depth by taking some of the nose out. Now we could use our burrs, but sometimes I like doing things by hand. And what I do is I just try to get this rasp even so it doesn't look out of place. Like you can see how everything's going. Hello. And then try to get all the lines. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take a sander, and then we're going to sand out all the lines. We'll probably use the orbital one, because it's just as, you can do it by hand. Just that, today's technology, you can use machinery, and it's good. And like I said, I take this file or rasp, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a rasp. And I just like to get everything even, like where the snakes are. I like to get the snakes here even on the top of the head. And then in where the teeth are, we're going to set the teeth inwards. So take it at a side and sort of just push, just lightly get in there. We'll take the tool, we'll dig those out better. But just stuff like this where there's big bumps. I don't know if there's a lot of lighting there, guys, sorry. Where the bumps are. Just to sit there and take it out. That's just satisfying doing it by hand. And then trying to get all this leveled out. So what we have is some sort of markings again. It's a Viking thing. We're trying to put the ears out evenly. And then the way the stump is, it's a little off. So, we're just trying to bring it down a little bit level. It's never going to get level. It's an old stump, but it's working out pretty good. And like I said, take the nose, bring it in. The eyes are looking good. There might be a little bit too much on this one here, so we can work this down a bit to make it even. That's not a problem. And then the eyebrows are looking good. Whatever. Top, we tried to give some sort of, you know, this little piece, and then, you know, we tried to keep the pattern similar all the way through. It all, you know, happens. It's all by eye, right? We're not machines. We're not China. We're doing everything by hand. So when we carve, we do our best to make it look good. There's some people out there that are super talented and they can get these things to look perfect. You know what? Those guys are awesome. We're just, again, I've been carving for 10 years. This is fun. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. People just, you know, they want to see something different. I think it's one of those cases where, like I always say, if I could do it, you could do it, but sometimes they can't do it. People don't want to do it. They can't do it because they don't have the tooling, or, you know, they sit there and they go, oh, I don't have the imagination for this. Well, you know what? No, everybody has the imagination to do it. You just got to start. And then, again, this is a hobby that not everybody enjoys doing, but you know what? I do. I love it. Anyway, I'm going to keep on doing this, and then I'll show you guys some progress. So, we'll be back. All right, guys. So, we're almost done. We took a burr that we have from our Kutzall. It's like a saw burr. It's really cool. You got to check these tools out if you really want to do some carving. You know, nothing high end, but we put a couple of, you know, crows are really a symbolic thing for the Norsemans and all that. I know that. This is just sort of like, you know, the rising sun, I would call it, you know. And then there's the side of his ears. The snake are in, and then we use this to cut out the beard hair. So what I'd like to do now is take the torch, and we're going to torch it up. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll put it down here, turn it on, make sure there's nothing around us. That's going to go kaboom. All right, put the flame to it. And what we're going to do, I'll shut the light off here, make it easier. We're just going to burn this guy up pretty good. This will also get all the hairs off of it, you know what I mean? Get all the little burr hairs that are in there. And we're also going to use a wire guide kind of brush to help us out too. Now, we want to see what this looks like, really burnt. So we have to let it sit for a couple seconds on pieces just to get that effect. But you can see that it's already starting. We want to get right into the edges, like right inside those little crevices are really cool. That's what makes this project special. It'll give it that burnt look. Some people don't like the burnt look. I think my friend, when she ordered this, she said she'd like it crispy, toasty. So we're gonna see. Well, plus we're gonna put a thing of stain on it too, of course, because, you know, keep it going. I don't know if I'm gonna ask them if they want the epoxy look on it to keep it forever, because outdoors this probably would crack eventually, probably really easily. The weather, the elements, we'll get to it, you know what I mean? So in order to protect it, we need to put something on it at least. If they don't want the epoxy, then we're going to go with just a good coating of stain and that. So I'll get back to you guys. I'll show you, because it's going to take a while to burn up, but I'll get back to you guys and we'll definitely show you more, guys. So let's just wrap it up here. So we ended up taking our torch to it, and then we sanded it down a bit, and then we added just a Danish stain to it, the Danish oil that we have here. It's just leftover. It made it kind of funky colors. We engraved some just funky little writing in there, and then yeah, our eyes open. So just gonna add a lid to it, which is nothing spectacular, and it's gonna be sent out. So thanks for watching. Nothing crazy, I guess I showed you, but hey, it's a video. So again, if I could do it, you can do it, and choose your own path, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.